Getting an update from Southwick Regional School District officials less than a day after we first learned of a complaint from the NAACP claiming racially charged bullying of black students, including incidents of online slave auctions held by their white students where they could bid on their black classmates. Welcome to Western Mass News at noon on ABC 40. I'm David Horwitz, Western Mass News reporter. Wesley Day has been following this for us over the last couple of days and is live in studio with us for some officials' reaction. And Wesley, it does seem that the district's investigation into these incidents is now over.
Yeah, but the details into what they found are limited, David. We're hearing from two officials with that district, including Superintendent Jennifer Willard and School Committee Chair Robert Stevenson. Now, on Sunday night, Western Mass News received a letter from the Greater Springfield NAACP pushing for an investigation into a black female student's allegations that she faced derogatory racial remarks, including the use of the N-word. And as you just mentioned, David, an online slave auction where white students could bid on their black classmates. Their push for an investigation came after that student's mother filed a formal complaint. This afternoon, we're hearing from those who were in charge about finding out more about these incidents. A statement from the Southwick Tall Granville School Superintendent Jennifer Willard reads, in part, quote, on Monday, February 12, 2024, the district sent an email to the school community informing them of a highly inappropriate and racist conversation on Snapchat that involves students at Southwick Regional School. The district investigated the situation in accordance with its established policies and protocols. As of Friday, February 16th, the district concluded its investigation. However, due to strict laws protecting student privacy, we are unable to comment on the specific disciplinary consequences and/or other steps taken by the district. Now, School Committee Chair Robert Stevenson also chimed in. He tells Western Mass News, quote, as the school committee chairman on behalf of the Southwick Tall Granville Regional School Committee, I want to express that we firmly believe that racism and discrimination have no place in our school community. Now, while the school district's investigation is completed, law enforcement officials are not. The Hampden County District Attorney's Office gave us the following statement on Monday. Quote, on Thursday, February 15th, the Hampden District Attorney's Office became aware of an alleged hate-based incident involving juveniles in the town of Southwick. The immediate description and nature of the alleged incident prompted Hampden District Attorney Anthony Gallooni to direct the involvement of members of his office and its Massachusetts State Police Detective Unit. Hate-based harassment and violence has no place in our community. We will investigate any such allegations and will prosecute any criminal violations vigorously. Now, David, coming up tonight on Western Mass News, you'll hear from the mother of the black female student that filed the complaint. Reporting live in studio, Wesley Days, Western Mass News.